Hey guys, Puji here. In this video, we're going to talk about remote design workflows and some of the lessons that I learned over the past decade working as a remote designer. So we're going to start with some basic principles, and then we're going to go more into the nitty-gritty of design systems and how you can apply design workflows within teams at scale. And the very first principle that I want to talk about is the importance of clear communication and especially to over communicate most of the times, especially if you are working remotely as a freelance designer. Because one of the things which I notice that is very easy to forget is how important communication is and how it nurtures and continue to make your client relationship stronger. And overall, I would recommend you to take a moment and think about your current SOPs. So basically, how you are proceeding and operating in terms of your communication on a day-to-day and week-by-week basis with your clients. Because there's actually several tools that you can utilize. Of course, the very basic ones are going to be messaging with your client. This can be done either via email or tools like Slack. And then, of course, you can hop on calls with clients. But one of the things which is important is to master the art of understanding which is the most useful and right tool for the moment of the project. Because, for example, when it comes to communicating something in detail, a email is going to work quite fine a lot of the times. But if you need to basically communicate something at a higher level, maybe it's brainstorming a new project, anything that is going to require essentially a lot of time and effort, a call is going to probably be the best way to go about it. But one important element and tool which I use very often is Loom, for example, because Loom basically enables you to get a bridge in between text and calls. So it's going to enable you to avoid a lot of times to on calls, which, as you know, they're going to require most often than not quite a bit of time and energy, and it's going to disrupt your workflow. So Loom videos can work wonders, in my personal opinion, because the client still has that personal touch that they usually get from a call. You can convey a message in a articulated way, which is more nuanced than what you would do via email or message. But I also realized that there are shortcomings in Loom videos as well, and that is why I tend to use them strategically. I never want to create a Loom video, for example, which is half an hour long, because that is way too, just too much for the client. You'd rather hop on a call. Nobody wants to watch an entire movie. But at the same time, you also don't want to make Loom videos which are 10 seconds long, because that's probably going to be just worth creating a message. So I'm making these extreme examples just to drive a point home, and that is that Loom videos are great as a bridge between email and or text in general and calls. But you actually have to think about these things actively and realize how you actually communicate, because optimizing the communication is really going to be important in order to optimize also your earnings as a freelancer. Because if you're stuck in bad habits of communication, the work that you're going to do is going to take more time and more effort, and you're most likely not going to really squeeze the most out of your potential in terms of efficiency, and of course, as a result of that, in earnings. So that's something in which I highly recommend you to audit regularly about yourself, and think about tools that you can utilize to streamline the communication. For example, whenever I'm working in the past with clients as a contractor or as a freelancer, if possible, I would like to utilize a platform which makes it also very easy to manage the communication and have some sort of version history for each and every project. And that is where I use Trello. So Trello is essentially going to have free boards, which makes the workflow super, super easy. I don't like complex project management systems because most of the times it's not going to be useful for us designers and also for the clients to get the results. So what I did in the past is just making things very, very easy, having free boards, the one with the backlog of projects. So I would have, for example, a card over here, which I'll just make very briefly just to get the visuals around what I'm describing. So here we would have the main card with the project briefing, and this would be up for the client to add all the details about the project, and they can have as many backlog items as they want. But then I would tell them to basically have one project for us to work at a time. Then, of course, if it's a premium client, you can also upgrade them to, the possibility of having multiple projects, or however you want to really utilize and structure your business. So here it will be the work in progress. So it becomes very easy to have a focus point. Like the work in progress column is a focus point. It's not even like an actual column. Because a lot of the times, especially if you're working as a freelancer, you know that clients might jump from one thread to the other. Maybe let's work on this, let's pause this, let's do that, and this makes it extremely easy for the two of you to manage expectations and also have a focus point. And this is the work in progress. This is what you're going to focus on. And then once the project is done, you simply bring it here in the done column. And you might ask, why do I even need a done column? I could simply delete the project once it's done, or archive it. But the done column serves as a version history. So almost like we have here in Figma, we have the version history of a specific file. The done column is going to be and serve the same purpose in this context. So again, and then within this management system, which you can apply to Notion, you can apply to Jira. I mean, there's endless, like the structure is going to apply regardless of the tool. I just like Trello because they have these boards that makes everything very easy, but you can apply this to pretty much any or most of the tools. And this, of course, I would pair it up with Loom videos. So for example, in cards, I would like to add text and Loom videos when applicable. And then if it's really needed, we're going to hop on a call and discuss the project in detail or brainstorm new ideas or whatnot. So this is kind of like the gist of it when it comes to design workflows and remote communication. You need a strong structure of the base for your communication. And then you need to manage expectations and think about what is going to be the best tool at the right at that moment for the project. It's going to be text, and you have to analyze the pros and cons of text communication. is going to be a video, which is going to bridge between text and the call, or do you want to go the extra mile and invest the time and effort into hopping on a call? And you need to explain this also to the client, because a lot of the clients are going to revert to possibly going on a call more often than not. It also depends, some clients also hate calls. So you are going to need to have a way to evaluate which is going to be the best way. And then if you have a solid structure from a high level, the work is going to be easy. So I realize we're at over 10 minutes. I'm possibly going to go into more details about teamwork and those dynamics in a future videos, because I don't want to make this video too long. But I really hope this video was helpful, and it left you with some food for thoughts about things which might seem simple and essential, but or overall, so important to audit and analyze in your process. So I hope the video was helpful. If you want to learn more about design and UI UX specifically, have over 900 videos entirely for free on my channel. So feel free to check them out, and I'll see you in the next one.